A lot of people think that Korean is hard. Almost every time I say that I speak or study Korean, people's reactions are something along the lines of, "Oh, that must be really hard. I heard that Korean is one of the hardest languages in the world." Well, let me tell you something. There is no such thing as the hardest language in the world. All languages can be hard or easy, depending on who is studying the language. And I personally don't even like to use the word hard. I prefer to use the word time-consuming. This misconception of there being these impossible to learn languages only serves to discourage people from starting to learn the language, which is quite sad because language learning can be such a nice and rewarding hobby. Now, I think there are 3 things that you have to consider if you want to successfully learn a language. The first one is motivation. If from the beginning you are equipped with the mindset that, oh my gosh, this language is so hard, I'm never going to learn it, guess what? You probably aren't going to learn. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. And if you want to be successful in your language learning, you should have a positive attitude towards learning the language. You have to believe in yourself and think that you can do it in order to do it. If for the whole time you're only thinking, oh my gosh, I can't do it, it's so hard, you're only making your progress slower. So why not try to think positively and take it as an adventure? At some point you're going to get there, and it's a gradual process. You can't think that it's going to happen overnight, and that's the next thing. Time. Language learning takes time. Whether you like it or not, you are not going to learn a language in one day or week or month. Maybe 1 year, depending on the language. Even though I said that there are no such things as hard or easy languages, there are some factors that are going to affect how long it will take you to get to a certain level in that language. If the only language you know is English and you're going to learn Korean, yes, it will probably take you some time because these 2 languages are so different. The grammar is very different and the vocabulary is very different. Also, if you only know one language, probably going to be a bit more challenging to learn a second language. But after learning your second language, well, that doesn't really make sense. After learning a second language, it probably gets a lot easier to learn more and more and more languages. The more similar the languages you already know are with the language that you're going to learn, the less time it is going to take you to learn the language. So you have to take that into account when you're learning languages such as Korean, Japanese, Chinese, or whatever languages that are very, very different with the language that you already know, be it Swedish or English or Finnish or Portuguese, whatever language. So no matter how hard it might feel in the beginning when you just feel like you can't wrap your head around this language, I promise you it's going to get a lot better. It's going to get easier if you just keep doing it. Keep doing it and believe that you can do it. Never say, oh, I can't do it, it's too hard. That's not true. But if you feel like you're really not going anywhere, it might be that you're using wrong techniques. There are so many different learning techniques out there, and some of them are more effective than others. And also some of them suit some people, some of them don't. You have to know yourself to be able to know which learning techniques work for you and which don't. But it's all good fun. Don't give yourself too much stress and keep trying new things. Try this and this and this if you haven't already found a way that works for you. Language learning shouldn't be something stressful. It should be fun. Allow yourself time and just believe that you can do it and experiment. Those are the 3 things, 4 things, whatever, I lost my count. And you're going to get there. If you have any comments or questions, don't be afraid to leave them down below, and I will see you in my next video.